honey pecan chicken and twice smoked sweet potato boat. Hey, welcome back to Smokin and Drinkin. I'm Mike, and today we're going to make honey pecan chicken and twice smoked sweet potato boats. Let's get smoking. We have a local restaurant that Mrs. Smokin and I go to quite a bit, and they have a dish there that's one of my favorites. It's honey pecan chicken. I thought, well, let's do this. Let's do it smoking and drinking style and smoke it. So we have 4 chicken breasts, large chicken breasts, and we got all kinds of things we're going to do. We're going to marinate those in buttermilk. But first thing we need to do is we're going to pound them down. You see they're kind of fat on one end and thinner on the other. We're going to make them a little more even. Almost forgot, we also have 2 very large sweet potatoes. We'll get to those in a minute, but let's get going with the first step. Pounding the chicken breasts. We're going to use this metal tenderizing mallet, not the sharp pokey end, but the flat end. We don't want to tear them up too much, but what this does is it evens them out so that they have a more even cook. It also tenderizes it a little bit, so the marinade will soak in better. And we're just going to put them in zip top bag. It's the one I used that I had the chicken in before we were ready to get started. So we're going to get those in there one at a time. Get my gloves on here. All right. And then we're just going to put them in our bag one at a time. And we're going to do our flat side. And you don't have to pound on them with all your might. Just want to get them down to about 1/2 inch so that they're nice and even all the way through. This is going to make them bigger. Well, it's going to make more surface area, which is more surface area for the seasonings to soak into. Speaking of soaking in seasonings, we're going to be marinating them in this container. This is also the container we're going to coat the seasonings with. So coat the chicken with the seasonings. We'll just get that one out, and you can see now it's not quite so fat on one end. It's about maybe a little bit more than 1/2 inch, but nice, a little more even. And then we'll just do our next one. All right, we've got our chicken breasts flattened out to about 1/2 inch, even throughout the whole breast. And now we're ready to make our marinade, our buttermilk marinade. We've got cultured low-fat buttermilk here, and we need 2 cups of the buttermilk. Pretty much the whole container. I guess I could have figured that out. And then we need 2 teaspoons of salt. I'm going to go to the store. I'm running low on provisions here. 2 teaspoons of salt. Okay, and then we need 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. I'll go a little light on the garlic powder. Might go 1 1/2. Don't want them too garlicky. Do it to your liking. If you like a lot of garlic, go ahead with the 2 tablespoons. And then I need 2 teaspoons, excuse me, these are teaspoons of, that's not it, paprika. give that a stir. Get that all mixed up real good. All right. And then we just pour it in over the chicken breasts. And then we'll cover that, and we're going to put that in the fridge for 30 to 60 minutes. Had we not pounded the breasts, then we would want to probably go overnight. But since we've tenderized them with the mallet, it will take that marinade a lot quicker. So we'll probably go 60 minutes. It kind of depends on our next step, how long it takes us to do that. But we'll get this into the fridge, and then we'll move to the next step. Okay, while our chicken breasts are marinating in the buttermilk marinade, we're going to get our sweet potatoes started. We're going to smoke those on the smoker at 225, between 225 and 250. It's 15 degrees outside, so we may have to bump the Traeger up a little bit. It does have a blanket on it, an insulated blanket, so usually does pretty good, but we have to kind of keep an eye on it. But let's get our sweet potatoes started, and it's very simple. We just put a little olive oil on, and this is just a binder, just like we do when we're smoking brisket or pork shoulder, pulled pork. We just need something for the seasonings to adhere to. We're going to be a little different. We're going to use Himalayan pink salt. Let's start with, you know what? Got this little basket. Mrs. Smokin got that for me. And those are going to fit in there real nice. All right, back to the salt and pepper. Let's just grind a little Himalayan sea salt. And some, of course, black pepper.
All the way around. Don't want to cheat any sides.
I don't know what this tastes like. Salt. It does have a different taste to it than regular table salt or kosher salt. It's kind of good. More black pepper. Okay. That's really all there is to it for the prep work. We have the smoker up to 225. We'll get these out there and let them go for hour and a half. We'll keep an eye on them. We want an internal temp of 200 degrees on them. So let's get them out there and get them started. Just like always. I pulled the chicken out about 45 minutes, kind of split the difference between 30 and 60 minutes. Transferred it to this aluminum pan because I needed this. This is how we're going to apply our breading, our crust. So we're going to move this over just a little bit. And I don't know if I don't believe I mentioned at the beginning, but we're going to be doing the chicken breasts on the Ninja Outdoor Woodfire Grill because, well, for one thing, we got the potatoes going, sweet potatoes going on the Traeger, but also we're going to, there's 3 different ways you can do this. You can do oven or skillet or smoker. We're going to kind of blend all 3 of those. Our Ninja Woodfire Outdoor Grill, it has a skillet pan on it. So we're going to kind of sear and smoke at the same time. So we'll get that get that preheating. But let's get our crust ingredients put together. We have 2 cups of panko breadcrumbs. And we have 1 cup of toasted, finely chopped pecans. And we have a teaspoon of cinnamon and a teaspoon of smoked paprika. And we're going to add, we have just a pinch of salt and pepper. All right. And then I've got this handy little dude for Christmas too. My family loves me so much. They give me all kinds of good things for in the kitchen. All right, so we drop that on there. And then we're going to put a chicken breast in there. Another thing about transferring to this pan, I was able to flip them over so they get coated on all sides. They tend to lay flat and seal off so you don't get the coating all the way around the chicken. I think I can get two in there. One small one and one large one. Get most of that off of there. Again, this buttermilk marinade is going to act as a binder to hold the breading on. And we just seal this up and we go to shake it. It's the first time I use this. We'll see how it works. I hope I'm doing it right. We want to cover it really well. Let's see what happened here. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah. Maybe I'll flip them over. Seems like, well, this is what we'll do. You want to make sure it's patted into the chicken, just like we do with a rub for a brisket or something else like a pulled pork. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's just take a little bit of this and make a mess, of course, like I do. Pretty well covered. We just want to pat it in there real well. All right, and let's get the other two. These are bigger. I don't know if I can get both of them in there or not. It's a pretty handy little dude here, this, I don't even know what you call it. Shaker? Coating maker? All right, let's get this one going. Got the kids coming over, so they are expecting something equivalent of the restaurant that we go to. I hope I can live up to their expectations. Yeah, that coated pretty well. Get some in the middle here where the crease is. The first ones definitely work better than the second ones, simply because the panko, the crust, the crumbs tend to get wet. That's okay. It's working pretty well, I think. Get that all pressed in on one side. Make a little room for the last one. Get a little more in there. Yeah. And then I'm going to be just generous and liberal and just coat these really well. The pecans didn't quite get on them as well as I had hoped. Oh boy, the puppies are excited. They want some chicken too. Sorry, puppies, I don't think you're going to get any of this. Oh, I know. They're not happy. We'll see. Maybe I'll accidentally drop something. You know how messy I am. going to just let this sit for about 5 minutes and let that kind of soak in a little bit. We'll continue to press them in there. Got to go get the Ninja fired up. We're going to let those sit for a while. Like I said, let's go get the Ninja fired up and be right back. All right, we're going to just let those sit for a few minutes, let it cool off a little bit, and then we'll cut them open and make the boats. All right, I think those are cool enough. Just going to cut them in half. Let's see, I think, let's do it like this. Doesn't really matter how you cut them, but just going to make a boat. Okay, and then we're going to scoop most of the potato out of the middle. This over here. It could be a little more tender, but let them go about an hour and a half. Let's do this. Oh, that's much better. Yeah, they could have been cooked a little more done, but that's okay. We'll improvise. We'll get it done. You want to leave about a 1/4 inch of the flesh on the skins. Still plenty hot. We'll get these scooped out and be right back. Okay, got those scooped out, and then we're just going to make our filling here. Just need to kind of get this. Should be a little more tender, but we can still mash them up and they'll soften up as we get them back on for the second smoke. But we're going to add our ingredients to the filling, and that is 4 tablespoons of butter. Got that melted, and 2 tablespoons of maple sugar. You can also use brown sugar, and a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and you could add like 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne. I'm not going to add cayenne pepper to it. If you like that, you can go ahead. A lot of times I'll put cayenne in everything. This time I'm not gonna. But also 2 tablespoons or a splash of bourbon. I'm going to be using smoked maple, Knob Creek smoked maple bourbon. Of course, you all know Knob Creek is one of my favorites. And a 1/4 cup of toasted, finely chopped toasted pecans. Okay, let's get all that in here. Let's start with the dry ingredients. Let's get the cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon, and the maple sugar, and the toasted, finely chopped pecans, the butter, and a splash of bourbon. Okay, and then we're just gonna mix that all up real well. I have to chop it a little more. There's some big pieces in there, but that's okay. Oh, that smells good. Smell the cinnamon. and the maple and the bourbon. Oh, that smells delicious. We're going to use a handy little potato masher, see how that works. I don't know if that's going to work. Kind of. That's all right. Let's just go with that. Distribute them evenly amongst all of your boats. Oh, the puppies are excited today, making their pitch for having some of this. Oh, I wish you could smell this. Probably not very nice of me to say that. You can't smell it. I'm rubbing it in, aren't I? And then we're going to get it back out on the smoker, probably another 30 minutes or so. And we're going to get the chicken on the Ninja. It'll go 20 or 30 minutes as well. Hopefully these finish up at about the same time. That's always the trick, isn't it? Getting everything to finish at the same time. Okay, we'll get these back out on the Traeger, and we'll get the chicken on the Ninja. Okay, now let's get the honey pecan chicken on the Ninja and get it started. Almost not big enough. Let's get some of this. Get some of the toppings back on there that fell off. Okay. Let that go for about, we're going to start at 30 minutes. Okay, we're going to let the chicken go for about 25 to 30 minutes. We'll check that when it's at 165. When it's at 155, we'll put our glaze on there. We'll come back and make our glaze here in a minute. When it's at 155, we'll glaze it and let it go and kind of sear a little bit, get it nice and crispy. The sweet potatoes are on as well. They'll go about 25 or 30 minutes as well. And if everything goes well, they'll finish up at the same time. So we'll check back in about 25 minutes. Okay, let's go ahead and make our glaze while we've got the chicken and the sweet potatoes smoking. On my little, here it is. We've got, for our glaze, we have half a cup of honey. It is thick. It's kind of started to crystallize a little bit, but that's all right. It'll loosen up as soon as it hits the heat. Should have did the other ingredients first. We have 4 tablespoons of butter, slightly melted, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard, splash of maple bourbon, and a 1/4 teaspoon of the pecans. And we're just gonna mix that up. We may have to microwave it just a little bit to get it to soften up so that we can basted on our chicken. It smells delicious. It's got quite an array of aromas. The apple cider vinegar comes through first, and then the honey, and of course the bourbon always comes through. But yeah, we'll go ahead and microwave that just a little bit before we get ready to glaze our chicken. We've got a few minutes left before we go out and glaze the chicken. So we're going to let that just sit for a minute. I think I'll make a little cocktail. Today's a simple one. We're just going to use some of our Knob Creek smoked maple bourbon in a highball glass. I've got an ice cube in there that is almost bigger than the glass. Simple bourbon on the rocks. A little more in there. That's mostly ice. But as always, we need to wait until our chicken is done. Oh, I love the smell of that. It's got that maple aroma to it. We'll wait till the chicken is ready at about 255 internal temp. We'll get the glaze on, and then we'll keep on moving. Be back in just a minute. Okay, our honey pecan chicken is up to 155, so let's get out there and get our glaze on there, and we'll turn the Ninja up to 400, and we'll just put a kind of a nice sear on there, make it nice and crispy. So let's get this out and get the glaze on there. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to put the camera down to do this, or I'm gonna have glaze all over everything. Let's try. Okay, we've got the glaze all over the chicken on both sides, all over the table, all over the Ninja. That's okay. We're gonna let that go at 400 for about probably 10 or 15 minutes till it gets up to 165 internal temp. Has a nice crispy, crunchy crust on it. Meanwhile, we're going to go out and add one more finishing touch to our sweet potatoes. We're going to add some little mini marshmallows to the top of it. So let's go out there and do that. I believe the chicken and the sweet potatoes are done, so let's go out and get those and get them in here and get a taste. Oh boy, don't those look delicious? Oh, those look fabulous. I'm gonna get just one bite here. These things are huge. Alright, let's turn this around. Oh, they smell wonderful. Again, the honey and the cinnamon, and oh, there's so many aromas. I can't even place them all. Wow, that looks great. I can't wait to get a bite of that. Okay, let's just grab a little bite off of the side here. Let's do one where you can see it. It's a bit awkward, but that's okay. Oh yeah, done. No pink That's good. We don't want to see pink in our chicken. Oh, let's have a bite. Oh, oh wow. That is spectacular. Sweet and nutty. Oh, it's got a little bit of the cinnamon coming through. Oh boy, that is delicious. Chicken is tender and juicy. That just turned out perfectly. Let's try a little bit of the sweet potato boat. Twice smoked sweet potato boat. I have a feeling that's going to be lava hot. Let's take half of that size. Here we go. Oh, smoky aroma to it. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Wow. That is a meal fit for a king. That's delicious. You guys have to try this. Let's try the maple bourbon. That's delicious. That maple matches perfectly. Nice pairing. Well, that about does it for the honey pecan chicken and the twice smoked sweet potato boats. And thank you, as always, for tuning in to Smokin and Drinkin once again. Remember to hit that like button if you like this video, and remember to subscribe. It really helps us out. And hit the notification bell. And as always, Prost! Let's eat.